Welcome to my channel, and let's talk about my February coloring plans. For February, I decided to define three main coloring themes. The first one will be mythographic books. January I dedicated to mythographic Wild Winter, and I was quite pleased with my progress. I did 3 pictures, I love them, so I decided to continue in the same way. For February, almost randomly, I selected Mythographic Cosmic Spirit, which I planned to color in January, but unfortunately didn't have time. Here I will select pictures randomly. And the second, it will be Mythographic Voyage, which personally I consider as one of the most beautiful books in the series, but which is still quite complicated for me. Bank style is quite challenging with a lot of details and intricate pictures, intricate subjects, so you have to be very careful with color planning. I decided that I will select something which could be easier for me to color. I will leave the most beautiful pictures for later. So one picture which I selected, sorry guys, I somewhere lost my here. At least here I know how to color metal, how to color light bulbs, how to color wood, so at least it's something where I can start. This one I selected because during boring and cold February you usually want to color something with flowers, but this one is really challenging with many details, and for this hydrangea I definitely will need huge amount of time to color it, but picture is really beautiful. Another one, I selected it simply because I have a sweet tooth, so when I have pictures with sweets where I can practice how to color things like marshmallow, like cakes or chocolate or waffle, lollipops, I always love such pictures. And finally, this one, it's simply one of the least detailed pictures in the whole book, so maybe it could be a nice beginning. And besides, I recently saw a documentary where I saw so many beautiful and colorful insects, so I definitely can use some of those palettes here. I hope that in the end of the month I will have at least one finished picture in Cosmic Spirit and one finished picture in Voyage. For me it will be totally enough. I also want to start my 2 untouched books. The first is Moonlight Mischief. Look at this beauty. I so much love to touch these books with soft touch cover. And for February, I would love to do this one because for me it's definitely something from winter season with all this frozen ice and mist. I just haven't decided yet, do I want to color this outer side or only the inner one. When I finish my color planning, I hope that I will be able to do this one. And second book which I would love to start, it's my new Harry Potter. Here it was really difficult to select what I can color as my first page, so I decided to resolve all problems by coloring in order, and as my first project I want to do this one. If I remember correctly, it's a scene which was almost completely in the darkness. We have only one source of light above the building, so it will be interesting to calculate all highlights, all reflections. I hope that I will be able to use watercolor here as a base and then to work on details with pencils. In the end of December, I made myself several promises regarding my coloring year, and one of such promises was to color a picture from Colorless Kingdom, any volume, at least one time during 2 months. But if it's possible, I would love to color in these books more frequently. So as my next project in Colorless Kingdom, I would love to color this beauty. Originally it's called Fire Opal. I can already imagine almost all colors for the background for her dress. The only thing I need to decide is color for her hair, but I hope that in February I will manage to do this one. My second theme for February, of course, it will be love couples, for sure. And let me show you what I have selected. I still want to color the whole Goddesses book, and if I want to finish it one day, then I need to take it on my working table more frequently. And the best choice for February, for the month of love, could be Aphrodite, Goddess of Love. Yes, picture is one of the most detailed, so I'm a little bit afraid to start it, but I hope that with markers I can quickly do background and then to concentrate on Aphrodite. Somehow I want to color more not the goddess herself, but the shell where she is standing. It will be interesting. Next, I totally abandoned my Cinderella book by Amandine Zhang. It's printed on perfect paper, it has quite unique style, so why wouldn't I color one of the portraits of Cinderella and her prince in February? There are several portraits in the book, but, for example here, but I think that I will do the happiest moment here, their wedding. I really love the prince costume here. I hope that I will manage again to use watercolors because paper is great, and then to finish it with pencils. Even in Ivy and Inky Butterfly, I tried to find something for the love theme to stay in line with my themes, and perfectly I found this page which I still need to color. And it has heart, so why wouldn't I color this spread? As usual, biggest problem is what to do with the empty background. Usually I try to fill them, but here I'm not. I have one idea how I can finish background here, but I have to think about it. I really want to stay in limited color palette with a lot of blue and pink. Somehow I don't know, but this page, I can see it in blue and pink colors. I hope that I will manage to do it. And my third theme, it will be about traveling. I can't tell you how much I miss traveling. So I decided that if I can't travel currently, I can at least travel through my coloring books. And it will also give me an opportunity to start another one of my new books by Eri. But honestly, I was afraid to start one of the more detailed spreads. I decided to look at something more simple. I think that this one could be a perfect choice. First, we have a love scene, probably it's Romeo and Juliet, and we have picture from Italy, from Verona, so it also could be used as a hint for traveling. I once visited Verona, beautiful city. Well, so that's probably will be my first choice to start this book, to feel paper, to feel again style by Eri, because I think that already for 6 months I hadn't touched any books by Eri, and I definitely want to return to them. I also would love to color something here, but my first attempt to color, it was a small shock because paper is really thin, so I need to re-evaluate which art supplies I can use here and which pictures with maybe lesser size of the background I need to select. So I don't know yet in which country I want to travel with this book, but I will try to find something here. And finally, of course, another one great book for traveling theme, it's Wish You Were Here, which I also abandoned. I think that last year maybe I did just one page here, so it's time to return to it. I would love to do this romantic supper or dinner on the bank of the river Seine in Paris. And I think that I also would love to do picture from Greece. I really love these beautiful flowers which we have here, roses and those pink flowers, but I have to think how to mask those black lines which are excessively thick here. But I hope that with a little bit of paint, a little bit of pink Posca, I will manage to mask it, and then it will be perfect summer picture. I thought if I want to color more winter pictures for the last months of winter, but I realized that I really wanted to do something with more flowers, with bigger amount of bright colors, to cheer up a little bit, to have better mood. So probably no winter pictures, but I hope that still colorings will be interesting. I also decided to check all my books for the pictures with beautiful couples, and maybe to this list I will add something from that video. I will publish them together, my selection of the best pictures with couples, which I have in my books, so maybe I will find some time also to color something there. Thank you, and I hope that you also have huge plans for coloring February.